Hello, and welcome to week 8 of the Transfer Portal CFB Gambling Show. I'm with Matt. Matt, how we doing?
Yankees lost tonight. For breaking the fourth wall here, we are recording on a Wednesday. The Yankees have lost game 1. It's not a good day.
At least I know I'm not happy, but I'm trying to keep my spirits up. That was tough. So it's just me and Matt again. Andrew and Andrewster out and about doing things. So hopefully we'll have them back soon. But before we get into this slate that I hate, kidding, I love the board. I always love the board. A quick word from our sponsor. Winning season is officially returned, and with the NCAA back in action, plenty of opportunities to win at MyBookie. Whether you're a seasoned bettor or first timer, MyBookie gets you the most for your money with a double deposit bonus up to $1,000. To claim your bonus, sign up and use the promo code TRANSFER on your first deposit, and you'll instantly double your money with MyBookie. It's simple. First-time bettors make a $100 deposit. That puts $200 in your account, and you can use your funds to bet on as many individual games, contests, or props as you like. Bet on team win totals, predict the national championship. Once again, take South Alabama to win the Sun Belt. I'm going to keep putting that out there. That's a pick that I have. Or use the MyBookie prop builder to give yourself the edge you need to secure the bag. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. All right. The slate. They did not do us
compared to last week. It's not pretty.
It is not pretty at all. All right. So because this comes out on Friday, unfortunately, we are going to have to skip the Thursday and Friday games. But South Alabama -3. Check this back on Friday. We'll be starting.
Once we win, we will take the credit for it. Even if this is in the future, you're hearing this, we still won.
Yeah, this is a winner. South Alabama crushed Troy. Go Jags. But the first game on our card is Clemson-Syracuse.
I am taking the under here in this game. These are two really good defenses. Syracuse's defense has been one of the better in the country through the first part of the year. Clemson's defense is always good. They've continued to be good this year. And while DJ has improved this year, he has been better. He's proved me wrong in terms of he wasn't benched by week 6 like we thought he might be in the ACC preview. He's still more of a game manager than he is an explosive scorer. So I don't see this total getting to 51. So I have the under at 51 here. This number is just too high for two really good defenses, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd move down to 49.5. I see right here. So I think Clemson takes care of business in this game. I don't think Syracuse is going to. I love Sean Tucker. He's one of my favorite backs in the country. But I think they'll be able to neutralize Tucker. He'll still have a good game, but I don't know if Schrader's the guy to take apart the Clemson defense on the road.
I would be leaning the spread here. I didn't want to take it because 13.5 is just such a big number, but I would be leaning the spread here.
Yeah, especially with the best Syracuse team in a long time. Hopefully Syracuse wins. That'd be awesome. I'd love to see that, but I don't know. Next for me is it moved in my favor. Finally, I'm taking Kansas +9 against Baylor. Justin Mean Bean is still quarterbacking Kansas. I know Kansas is coming off 2 losses. They didn't look great against Oklahoma. That TCU game, they were in it for a while and then kind of fell apart, but TCU is really, really good. I don't think Baylor is good. I think they kind of have fallen apart at the seams. Aranda's struggling over there. The defense is fine, but quarterback play is not great with Blake Shapen. The offense is struggling. I think 9's too big of a number and Baylor is not that good of a team. I think Kansas covers pretty easily, and I wouldn't be shocked if they win this outright.
Yeah, I agree. Baylor, I think, has been a bit overrated throughout the whole year. Mm-hmm. Like that they've been getting favorable lines. I think are they 2-5 against the spread? Am I remembering that right? It's not good.
That sounds about right. I was looking at that earlier, and I actually have a stat from against the spread I'm going to be bringing up in a second. So that brings me to our next game. You don't have a play in this, I don't believe, but Andrewster and I do. Andrewster is here as a ghost. I have his card once again. We're on Duke +9. And I just think Miami is kind of falling apart. Our Miami hype train has exploded. It's been terrible. And Duke, shockingly, has been competitive. They don't look awful. I think that so I not I think the stat that I found was they're 6-1 against the spread, and Miami is 1-5-1 against the spread. So that makes me want to take Duke. You take a good team against the spread, you take a really bad team against the spread, take Duke +9 and take your money.
Our not only has our Miami train exploded, it's fallen off the tracks, tipped over, exploded, and then a plane crashed into it. It's been the hype train is absolutely obliterated. I thought about the +9 here, but the Tyler Van Dyke lover in my soul simply won't let me do it. It's gonna stop me from making money probably, but it won't let me do it.
You know what? I was looking at this line, and because I'm a sucker for Kent State, they kind of fell apart against Toledo. Toledo's the best team in the MAC by far. That's the next game we're gonna come up. That's gonna come up. I like Kent. I mean, Kent State -18.5. They're just not as good as I thought they were gonna be. And I know Akron stinks, but Akron does keep teams close for some weird reason. They just can't win. But so that's a no play for me. I thought about it, but that'll take us to the next one. Toledo and Buffalo is really intriguing because Buffalo, after losing to Holy Cross, has rattled off 3 straight MAC wins, and they are tied for first in their division. Matt, I believe you have a play in this one.
I do, and I don't believe Buffalo will be tied for first in their division much longer. Toledo, like you just said, is far and away the best team in the MAC. Kent State kept it close for a little bit, but in the end, they still lost by 20 last week. So they pulled ahead late. Daquan Finn's just too good. He's electric. I don't think that they'll be able to contain the offense. And then I don't think Buffalo is quite as potent as an offense to be able to score with Toledo. So I have them with the touchdown here.
Yeah, so I mean, I hate to do this to Andrew Sir and kind of kill his ghost pick, but he's on Buffalo +7.5. I mean, I know that they're at Buffalo, but I just think Toledo is way too good. Buffalo has a good. They run the ball really, really well with that running back tandem they have. My lock last week, which hit, we're back on the board, was Buffalo against UMass -17. So, I mean, I just think Toledo's way too good. They're going to run away with this conference. And much how Buffalo did a couple of years ago with Tyree Jackson, when they were, I believe, 19 in the country and they lost the MAC championship to Ball State. Hopefully Toledo doesn't do that, but those are our plays for that. I have something a little bit later in that game.
As do I.
So moving on, 2:00 games. I don't love. I got nothing there. Eastern Michigan, Ball State. That's a complete toss-up. Again, that's a MAC game. I can't wait for these to be on Tuesday and Thursday and Wednesday. It's going to be awesome.
UNLV +26.5 intrigued me because Notre Dame sucks.
Yeah, and UNLV, they're kind of fun. Like, I mean, they've been playing in fun games. They got smoked by Air Force. Oh, that's right. They got smoked twice. No, that line's right where it should be, I think.
I don't know, man. Notre Dame played Stanford last week. They're like the 110th defense in the country and put up 14 points.
That's true. I always get UNLV and Western Kentucky mixed up, but UNLV is coming off 47 loss against San Jose State and then a 42-7 loss against my Air Force Falcons. But Notre Dame is really bad.
We're still claiming Air Force?
No, I'm not.
Air Force missed a lock for us. I thought we abandoned.
I'm not claiming Air Force. They're mine, but I don't want them. 3 o'clock. Moving on. We don't have any official plays in this, but UCLA Oregon is going to be a great game.
Probably the best game of the week.
Yeah, I think so. 9-10. UCLA, we'll see if they're legit. This is kind of the first time that they've been now hyped up after that Washington win, where they're going to play an opponent that could, I think, either Oregon crushes them or UCLA wins close. That's the only way it goes.
Yeah, this is the big litmus test for UCLA. I don't think they win. I haven't believed in UCLA last all year. They've proved me wrong every week, so maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't think UCLA has it.
Yeah, I've been saying it for a while, and now I've given up on that narrative. Kind of ruined for me. Next up,
you were almost right. You almost had South Alabama.
I did almost have South Alabama. I love South Alabama. South Alabama could be 6-0 right now. They really could. I think they'd be ranked, and then UCLA wouldn't be ranked. So that's kind of just the parody of college football. BC Wake Forest. Matt, you have a play, I think, right?
I do. I have Wake Forest with the spread. It's at 20.5 or 20, 21 around there. 3 touchdowns basically wherever your book is giving you. Not much of the has changed for these teams since last year, and they played last year where Wake Forest needed to clinch to get into the championship, and they absolutely crushed them. It was 41-10. Sam Hartman had a field day. I don't think much has changed for either team since then. I think the same thing is going to happen. Boston College has been pretty bad all year. Wake Forest has been one of the better teams in the country. Their one losses against Clemson in a really close game that could have gone either way. So I have Wake Forest minus 20.5.
My 11-1 Wake Forest prediction.
Still alive.
Still alive. Like I said, their one loss beat Clemson. They beat everybody else. I like it. The spread's just a little bit too big for my liking. I'm trying this new thing where I don't take 15 games a week. I'm gonna try. I think I have like 6 or 7 this week. I honestly completely forget. But yeah, I love Wake. I love Sam Hartman. You know what? Let me check something real quick live on the pod.
It's rare I take a 3-score play once we get into conference play, just because these teams, conference play always leads to closer games. But I just think Wake Forest got it.
I want to see Wake Forest. Wow, 40.5 is their team total. Let's table that. Let's not make that an official play. Maybe I'll shoot it out on Saturday, but not now. So this game, I don't have a plan because Liberty's starting quarterback is hurt. If he was playing, they'd beat BYU, but he's not. So not a play. Purdue, Wisconsin. You have a play. I have a play. I'll let you go first. Hopefully we're on the same thing.
I would assume I would assume we are, just because based on everything we talked about in our preseason preview, we all thought Wisconsin sucked. Mm-hmm. So I have Purdue money line here. I would at 2.5. The points isn't worth it at 2.5. Give me the money line plus 120, plus 115 around there. I think they beat Wisconsin pretty easily.
I agree. I want the juice as well. I think they're plus 120,
115 to 120 is what I saw.
Yeah, I like Purdue a lot. I think that Purdue's a good football team. They lost to Penn State. Everyone kind of tossed them out the window, where they're like, Purdue's not that good this year, blah, blah, blah. And they also lost to Syracuse. Syracuse is a very good football team.
One of the best defenses in the country.
Yeah, which is bizarre. And Purdue's very, very good. Wisconsin stinks. They just lost to Michigan State, who stinks. I think O'Connell has a really good game. I know it's at Camp Randall, and it's a tough place to play, but this Purdue team just a lot better than Wisconsin. So
my Purdue to win the Big Ten West bet looked dead in the beginning of the year, but it's living right now.
They should. I mean, I don't know who else. Nebraska, like there's nobody really that I don't think would compete with them.
Yeah. What we're hoping for.
Purdue money line. I thought about making that my lock, but I don't want to make a money line a lock because then that's embarrassing if it doesn't hit.
Illinois is the other team that's there. Purdue, Illinois, Nebraska.
Oh yeah, Illinois. When does Purdue play Illinois?
Third to last week, because I know Illinois plays Michigan. I think Northwestern its last 2 games.
Okay, so if Purdue, this is kind of off the rails now. We're just talking about the Big Ten West. This is what happened when there's 2 of us.
Purdue plays
one right now. Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois.
Yeah. And then Northwestern Indiana. They should win. If they beat Illinois, they should get in, basically.
And then Illinois is also, so pretty much the winner of that game, I'd say, wins the Big Ten West.
I would agree.
Illinois has Nebraska. Oh, they have Michigan. That's right. Yeah, I think you just said that.
Yep.
So, well, yeah, but even then, like Purdue would have 2 losses. Illinois would have 2 losses, but Illinois would get in on the account of the head-to-head. So interesting. Big Ten West, wide open. Ohio State's going to demolish whoever they play.
No, but Purdue would have to win because they have 2 losses already. So if Purdue loses that game, they're at 3, and then Illinois doesn't lose to anyone but Michigan. There too.
Purdue only has 1 Big Ten loss.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because they lost to Penn State week 1. So moving on from Purdue, Wisconsin, go Boilers.
Away from our Big Ten segment of the week.
3:30. A lot of conference US. Oh, also UTSA is going to win that. They were one of my lock, not my lock, as close as a lock you can get to a preseason bet. to win the Conference USA. They're a 10-point favorite against North Texas. They should roll. That's a 72.5 point total. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Marshall JMU would have been sick if they both didn't decide to fall apart. Georgia Southern, the Sun Belt's awesome. Everybody just beats everybody up.
Fun Belt, baby.
I think Georgia's. Ooh, there it is. All right, Georgia Southern, Old Dominion. I want to take Georgia Southern money line because they're coming off that big win. No, nah. Never mind. I'm not gonna make it official. This is a letdown spot for them. They just beat JMU, which was like a big win for them because JMU was ranked, and Old Dominion has been very good at home and very good in the Sun Belt. So Old Dominion's -2.5. You know what? I just talked myself into taking Old Dominion -2.5. Add that to my card. I just completely reversed myself. Old Dominion -2.5. That's an official play. I'm gonna add that on tally. But yeah. I just wow. That's a beautiful line right there.
That's a real U shape there. You came in saying, all right, we're gonna bet Georgia Southern here. They're gonna win that. Wait a second. They just
like,
let down spot.
Yeah. You can't bet against Hudson. That guy's so cute. I love that dog. So then I think that this Hawaii Colorado State game, it's in my parlay. That game is gonna suck.
That's a sickening game I almost wouldn't put money on that game. I've bet on Russian women's ping pong. I almost wouldn't put money on that game.
I mean, it's basically the same. Colorado State, Nevada, for a moment in time, ruined football for me. I didn't want to watch it forever again because that was the worst football game I've ever watched. This one, I don't even think you could. It's probably on what Team Stream or whatever they use. Hawaii one. I don't even know what it's called.
I can find it. I got sites that I can find it. I promise.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely find it somewhere. But yeah, that's the afternoon slate. Not really. Wow, Fresno State's a 10.5 point favorite. In case you guys haven't, I looked at the board very quickly and then picked my teams and went. Alabama is going to crush Mississippi State. I know Mississippi State's been very good this year. They're gonna get crushed.
Yep. This is a Bama revenge spot, not in terms of they lost to Mississippi State, just in terms of revenge on the game of football. They're gonna put in some work here.
Yeah, there's a stat. So Mississippi State hasn't scored a touchdown in Tuscaloosa since like 2016 or something. They've now scored like 116-3 in those games, 2 or 3 games or whatever it was. But yeah, I mean Mississippi State's a good football team, but they're running into a train that's carrying nuclear waste at 10,000 miles an hour. They're going to get stomped. So now we've made our way through the board. Official play here: Texas A&M, South Carolina.
Give me Texas A&M with the spread here. Both of these teams aren't that good. They both have middling quarterback play, middling to very bad. But they both have really good defense, but I think A&M's defense is just a class above South Carolina. I think South Carolina's going to struggle to move the ball in this A&M defense. Mm-hmm. And I think Texas A&M is going to be able to do just enough to win. So I have Texas A&M -3.
I don't hate it. I was thinking about the under, but 44.5 is too. It's too low for me. If it was like 50, I'd take it for sure. 44.5 is right where it should be at. 2 bad quarterbacks going at it in this
bad quarterbacks and good defense is a good combination for the low scoring.
I mean, a night game in Columbia, it should be rocking, but Texas A&M has better talent. Spencer Rattler's a more talented quarterback than Haynes King, but he's just not good anymore. So I like Texas A&M in that spot. They almost beat Alabama. I thought they were coming up with 5. Never mind. They don't almost just beat Alabama. If you almost beat Alabama, you should beat South Carolina. That's just kind of how it goes.
We're using MMA math here. Alabama is like 50 points better than South Carolina.
Oh yeah. It's not an official play for me, but I just want to touch on the Penn State game. I just did my Penn State podcast with my friends. The line being 4 scares the poop out of me. I hate it. It's too small, and it makes me think that Minnesota's going to win. If Tanner Morgan plays, I don't know. Mo Ibrahim's going to run for 400 yards.
I would have liked to hear Andrew's thoughts on this game.
Yeah, I would have too. I tried to call him when I was doing my podcast, but he was driving, so he didn't pick up. Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm sure he thinks that he has no chance. I'm very worried about this game. 44.5. My prediction was Penn State wins 28-14, which is an under. So I don't know. It's gonna be a weird game. Stay away from it. If you're gonna take anything, just take I guess the under. I don't know. The place is gonna be rocking, but I don't trust this Penn State team after they got whooped last week.
Michigan might be good. I
Michigan
have a lot of
might
teams
be
that I've said aren't good, and they just can't be good. And I've been saying every week they're not good, and they're undefeated now. And we're like week 8, so I might be wrong. I might be the issue.
Yeah. So my it's official play for me. Where is this game? Oh, there it is. Eastern Carolina UCF over 64. I like Eastern Carolina in this spot. I took them on the upset show to win outright. I'm not gonna bet it though because it's kind of risky. I thought about putting them in the dog parlay. I'm just gonna root for it for the integrity of my upset pick. I have not hit one in a while. 64 you're liking this spot. Greenville is gonna be rocking. It's a night game, so you know how they get at East Carolina night games. They look awesome. Hopefully they're wearing their sick jerseys. I don't know what their jerseys they're wearing yet. UCF has their offense is awesome.
They would have covered this total by themselves last week.
Yeah, they pump teams. East Carolina's defense is not great. Neither is UCF's. They're both two high-powered offenses. I like Holton Ahlers. I like John Reese Plumlee. I like what both teams do on offense. 64 here. I think that whoever wins this game scores 40 points. It's going to be pretty much a race to 40, and that puts you at around 70. So I think my model in my brain has this game ending like 42-35, somewhere around there. So I like the over a lot.
Be a big cover. Covering by 13.
Yeah, I mean that's where the brain model has it, which usually isn't right. Next game, TCU K-State. You have a play here, right?
I do. I forgot what my play was. Hold on, let me go look. I'm pretty sure I had TCU spread. Yeah, TCU minus 3.5.
My guess would have been that was what you take. You're a big TCU guy this year.
Yeah, I'm on TCU. They're one of the few teams to have not let me down so far this year. But the biggest thing with me here is both these teams are what their offenses, and TCU's defense does kind of suck, but they're much better at run defense than they are at pass defense. I think they're like 107th in pass defense, but like 50th in run defense, which is still not great, but much better than where they are, like middle of the pack everywhere else. So, and that obviously K-State's going to try to run the ball 50 times a game with Deuce Vaughn. So I like them to be able to stop the run a little bit here and then run away with this game at the end, especially with this game being in TCU.
Yeah, I like it. I think TCU is really good. K-State doesn't impress me. Deuce Vaughn, awesome, as we know. Adrian Martinez, I don't think is very good. I don't think he was ever very good. He's going to try to run the ball. If TCU can stop him, like you said, TCU is a good run defense. He's pretty much going to be the key because they're going to hand it off to Deuce. Adrian Martinez can get loose. Then maybe they keep it close, but I think 3.5. They should win by a touchdown. I like that. So then the last play on our card, this is also my last play. Something Andrewster pointed out to me on the upset show today. I like Pitt +3 at Louisville. Two disappointing teams this year in the ACC. I feel like we bring this up every single show. Dead wrong in the ACC. Terrible.
Well, we were down on Pittsburgh. I think we both said under.
We were down on Pittsburgh
totals, so we're out there.
Louisville kind of bit us in the ass. For my Wake Forest. Yeah, I think Pitt's just the better team in this spot. I know Malik Cunningham is the best player on the field when he's on the field, but I don't know. I just think that Izzy is gonna. I don't know how to say his last name. Honda.
Izzy to the Hizzy. I said it once in the group chat, and it's been absolutely taken by the main page, and I don't hate it, but
yeah, Izzy the Hizzy. He's gonna score 2 or 3 touchdowns in this game. And I think Pitt wins outright. But because I'm a chicken, I'm going to take the +3. Because, again, two disappointing teams, unlike Purdue, Wisconsin, where Purdue, you know what? Let's flip-flop it. I'm going to use the Purdue logic. I'm switching from Pitt +3 to Pitt money line. That's what I'm going to take. So add that to my card. And, yeah, that's our slate. Not a lot of picks for us this week because the slate is not kind to us. But
a lot of teams on bye, too.
Yeah, ton of teams on bye. hopefully next week. I think next week will definitely be better. But let's move into the parlay corner. You got one cooked up?
I do. I have a teaser. So it's 6-point teaser. So Kent State minus 18.5, tease that to minus 12.5. So they only have to win by 2 touchdowns. I have Purdue plus 2.5, who I like to win outright to win to plus 8.5. So they can keep it within a touchdown. The over in K-State TCU from 54 to 48. I think that game gets in the 50s really easily. And then I wanted to take Iowa plus 30. I wanted to take it really badly, but I put it in the teaser instead. We have Iowa plus 36 against Ohio State. Just don't let them score 5 touchdowns. You're the best defense. You allow 9 points a game. Just don't let them score 35.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we got to do. Just lose 30. You could even lose 31 other than you still hit that. Yeah, I like that teaser a lot. So onto my weekly dog parlay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Second week in a row it hasn't hit. This week we lost. Washington State and Cam Ward couldn't cover for us, so we had plus 8. That was the last leg. It did not hit, so we missed that payday. But we're back, and this one is juicy. So West Virginia against Texas Tech. West Virginia plus 8. I really like West Virginia. I took them on Friday last week. I chickened out. I didn't take the money line. I took plus 4 against Baylor, and they won outright, so that was a nice win. I think that they are coming off a great win. They're fired up, and I think they'll cover this alt spread of 8. Even if they lose by a touchdown, that's why I brought it up to 8. They'll cover that. UCLA plus 10. That game's at 6. I brought it up to 10. Was thinking about doing the 8 again, like I usually do. I buy things up over the touchdown. I'm going to buy it to 10. I think I get to the minus 160. But yeah, I think UCLA keeps this game close. I know I said that Oregon either blows them out or UCLA wins close. I think UCLA does win close, but I'm not going to take the money line. That's too much for me. So UCLA plus 10 in that. Hawaii money line. We're going with the Rainbow Warriors against Colorado State in the worst game of the week. I think Colorado State stinks. Dedrick Parson, the Hawaii running back, is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and there's something in the air in Philly right now. There's some magic going. There's just magic in Philly right now, and that's going to transfer into his play. He's going to run for 3 touchdowns and like 165 yards in a win. And then I'm ending it with Texas State money line at home against Southern Miss. Texas State just beat just beat App State in a game that I could not believe with my eyes that was happening. So the dog parlay, West Virginia plus 8, UCLA plus 10, Hawaii money line, and Texas State, the Bobcats. Look up Bug with a Bobcat. He's the craziest mascot ever. It's hilarious. He's just a little fat guy with a gross ass Bobcat head on. That dog parlay gets you plus 1633. So those are the parlays. It's time for the segment of the show, the locks.
Did we all hit last week? What was Andrew's last week?
Andrews. I don't know what Andrewster's was. I know me and you both hit our locks though.
We hit ours. Shout out overtime, because I had over 68 in TCU Oklahoma, and they ended at 60. But guess what? Overtime got him to 83.
Oh, his lock. Wait, what was the score? Wait, which? UNC minus 7. So he did not cover. Right? Did they cover?
I'm checking right now. I don't think so though. UNC, that they won by 3.
Our entry, so we're gonna pretend we didn't say that. So me and Matt, we both hit our locks last week, so we're riding high.
You got to be in the show. Andrewster hasn't hit a lock since he's done virtual locks. So he hasn't hit one.
He's got to get back.
It is what it is. Locks can't be virtual. They got to be concrete. They got to be physical. You got to be able to snap them in person.
Undefeated in locks. You got yours?
I do got mine. I have Oklahoma State and Texas. This line's jumped all over the place in both departments. So the spread has moved from Texas plus 2 to Texas minus 6. Mm-hmm. And the total has gone from 54.5 to 61. And I just think at 61, that under is way too good looking for me. I think Texas defense is really good. I think they're one of the more underrated defenses in the country, and Oklahoma State also has a good defense. This is kind of like the game where I took the under in I've lost my train of thought. Texas A&M and South Carolina, like where both of these teams have good defenses, bad quarterbacks. Texas and Oklahoma State, obviously quarterback plays a lot better with Spencer Sanders and Quinn Ewers, but I just don't think they'll be able to move the ball up to 61 points. I think Texas wins this game. I think they probably win it like 28-25. You still have 10 points of wiggle room on your under there.
Yeah, I like that play a lot. I had that on my card, but I did not bring it up because I didn't want to overshadow you and kind of take the fire out of that lock. I like it a lot. I agree. Texas's defense is awesome, and just Oklahoma State's really good defense. Ewers is really good. Sanders is really good. Too many points for me. Yeah, it's gonna be like a 28-24 game or something like that. So we're back after starting 0-1, winning 3 straight, then losing 2 straight. We're back to 0-0 pretty much. Right now, we're 1-0. The Buffalo Bulls -17 against UMass. That was easy money. Easy money. You know what we're doing this week? We're combining 2 of our winners. We're going with Toledo, who we've had 2 overs with, 1 hit, 1 missed by half a point. Whatever. Buffalo covered for us last week. Crushed UMass. We're combining the 2. They're finally playing Toledo, Buffalo, over 57. It's a 5-star white whale play of the week. Hammer that over 57. It's going to hit. DeQuan Finn is, I will say this to my dying days, a sensational quarterback. He's the best quarterback in the MAC on the best team in the MAC. He's going to run all over Buffalo. He's going to throw all over Buffalo. And Buffalo's running game is great. This Buffalo team, I said before, I don't think they'll cover the spread. I think Toledo wins this game by 20 points, but I think they win 45-28, which puts us way over. So this is going to be a fun game in Buffalo. They're wearing awesome retro helmets, and I think just hammer the over, and you'll thank me later.
Yeah, it's a action over. Like we said, if we do anything else, call the police, call our parents. We're in trouble.
Yeah, I take a action under. I'm in trouble, and it's not actually me. So yeah, that is our show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching at Transfer Portal CFB on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. This will be up on Friday. Thank you for listening and watching. Let's win some money.